Well, 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 boys. Happy April Fool's Day. If you thought I was going to be playing some Dead Frontier 2, well, I did play some yesterday, and I just want to let you all know how I felt about the game. Welcome to the return to Dead Frontier 2.
Help! Let's go!
Now, jumping right into the game, I did notice that a lot of my characters were overburdened. I don't know if this is just because I unequipped backpacks, I lost my backpack, but all I did know is that every one of them was like 5 to 10, 20 items over. I don't know if that was just me constantly like loading up my characters because of my stash was getting full. That's how I did it, and lazily ran through the new location, going to the new level 35 zone, which is something that's been changed a bit because I thought I was in Greywood, but looks like now with level 50 being here, everything like expanded, and yeah, I completely forgot. Now, something I noticed from playing games like Path of Exile and Lost Ark, the value in having a minimap or having like a posted on minimap and you can see it, I thought there was a way to do this, but apparently I forgot how to do it, or maybe it never had it, and I would always have to pause and stop and look on the map where it was. I know that we were able to finally put waypoints. That's a very, very small thing, but it's like a mini-map would have definitely helped. But, you know, after that and that immediate little kind of cluster thing that I messed up there, I had mainly 4 questions that was kind of popping up in my head. Has the game changed since the last time I played it? I mean, there's a leaderboard, and it shows, like, you know, this person who did X action, like extermination, challenges, looting, and overall grinding. Now, personally, I think that if this was tracked when I was still leveling hardcore on all my freaking alts and everything, you know, hey, I had, I think, 14, at least prestige 4 or 5 on most of my characters. I think one of them was prestige 4, but he was about to be prestige 5. But yeah, so given that, I'm sure I would have been on that list, but it's, you know, sadly, I'm not on the list. But it looks like you're gifted with credits. Now, I don't know how the credit system works. This one, is it only top 1, number 1 gets all the credits, or is it distributed, you know, 1, 2, 3, or is it distributed top 10? Unsure, but that's a nice little thing I saw there. There were a lot of new variants of zombies. Now, by me calling them a variant, it's again just like the burning, the irradiated, the bleeding. It's the same zombie with something new. So now it's those, but they also are bleeding, irradiated, or burning. But now they have armor. So they have bone armor, or they have longer tentacles, or they have all sorts of different things. It's a cool oh, and one to have like boils, and like if you shoot them too close, I think it explodes and hits you. And they added a new sound effect whenever you shoot the bone armor ones. It goes like pew pew. It's ricochet noises because you're not actually doing any damage. But if you have, you know, if you don't have stupid, really bad aim, you can pop their heads off, shoot the legs, hit them in the back of the head. You know, everything has weak points, so it's a nice like kind of skill check. But again, it's not exactly anything new. I didn't see any of the new bosses because during my quick little playthrough here, I was just trying my hardest and damnedest to get reacclimated to the controls after, again, playing such games as Path of Exile and Lost Ark. Continuing, another question I was faced with was, are any of these changes enough for me to come back? In terms of coming back due to the new changes, no. I still see the same game, and I still see that the only thing that has been updated regularly is the weekend events. I mean, as you can see here, just by me scrolling down, majority of it is all weekend events. There was the cosmetic change. After the cosmetic change, there's a couple of fixes here and there, hot fixes, bug fixes, and then maybe 1 or 2 more updates. That's it. And that's always been something that Admin Pone's always had a problem with, is he gets on a roll, and then he just, weekend events are fine. This is good enough. And, yeah, don't get me wrong. The weekend events and the outpost attack bonus EXP, you know, those kind of things, it's kind of what drew me into the game, as well as it being free to play, third-person, zombie, shooter, looter, MMO game. I mean, honestly, if you just hear that alone, That title, that tagline I just said right there. Free to play, third person, zombie, looter shooter, MMO. Dude, that completely sold me on the game originally. So, however, I'm sad to say that it seems the game is still roughly in the exact same state that I left it in. With only a few major updates, like I said, every 3 to 4 months, and then just the plethora of weekend events. Again, cool, but you're basically stagnant for the most part, sadly. Another question that kind of popped in the head was, what could the game do to get me to come back? Now, as far as that's something I was expecting to see, by the time I checked it out again, I stopped playing around March of last year. Roughly been 1 year. So in this year, I expected at least a clan/friend system. I wanted some sort of storyline or better quest. I mean, come on, dude. I am seriously tired of doing the same blood sample, or kill X number of zombies, or the fetch quests, such as like bring me this item, or you get this item, talk to this person, or this person get this item, this ring or whatever, and bring it to this person. Of course, now he updated that with the one touch turn everything in, and now it looks like you can just go to the bulletin board and turn it all in at once, so that's nice. Also, I was eagerly anticipating the barricading system. Now, I'll tell you why I was eagerly anticipating the barricading system, because I wanted to know what it meant and what would happen. So, could you get wrecked in the open world and then stop and create a quick little bunker and heal up and reload? I have no idea, but I was interested in it. It got my attention. Would we see outpost events where they can actually break into the outpost? Then there would be people inside. We have to defend the people inside. We got to keep them alive. They have HP bars, and then that's where you really know. Not just as soon as they break the door down or whatever, break that bar, everyone inside's dead except for the traitor. And what if that happened? What if all those NPCs, they all had their life bar? So if you can, and they were there, and then, you know, the hopeless NPCs would help us during the battle. Maybe they wouldn't. If they had the pipe, we'd see them swinging. Like, that'd be such an idea. Again, a lot of coding. I get it. But I think that would have been an amazing step in the right direction. Every single outpost defense would be different. And then, like, let's say that you have a couple, and then you can, like, if they take too much damage or whatever, they're going to run to the next room. And basically, if they break in and hit up the next room, oh, dude, it's over. It's over. You know? Oh, man, that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. But just to think of what could have been. But no. No, that's not in the game. Not yet. So I don't know where barricading or how it's going to be, but that right there kind of got my creative juices flowing, kind of made me think, damn. And I think that's something that I have a problem with. The comeback, the thought of me coming back was basically if that could happen. What about that? Just the thought process, making me think. Another question is the current game I'm playing just too far ahead of DF2? I mean, look, if there's anything to learn in modern day AAA games, it's that we have little to no content. The AAA games, I mean. Honestly, I feel at this point, the reason Lost Ark was a hit at launch was because it is technically a 3-year-old game. With all the content right then and there, they can easily port and add it into the game, as well as having at least 500 plus hours of content at launch. Think about that. You see, in Path of Exile, you had the extra content in forms of builds and new character archetypes, mixing and matching skills. That's 100% a number nerd's wet dream. You can get on path of building, theory, craft, and perfect your build, and do your damnedest to make it a reality. Then again, in Lost Ark, you're there to have a full 15 to 20 bare minimum for the story. Granted, the story's not the most game-changing and not exactly the most original either, but it has vertical progression with the honing of items, as well as horizontal content like fishing. Looking at you, Path of Exile. Where's that at? Chopping trees, timber, hunting, excavation, as well as open seas exploration. Co-op mini-games, hunting down island souls, getting more and more collectibles in the open world like Mokoko Seeds and Giant's Hearts, and it feels like an RPG. That's something else right there. You see, the thing that I'm looking for, it's a forever game, and a game that allows me to go nuts, make it so that everything I do in the game matters. Every ult, every character I make matters. And currently in Lost Ark, I found a game that actually doesn't shun my characters/alts after like a 3-month league cycle. Everything I do with these alts is still up to date, and they even have ways to keep them leveled up with the stronghold system by leveling your alts passively to keep them in the game and not fall too far behind your main. All I'm saying, guys, is that I'm glad I got to play some Dead Frontier 2 again. Specifically, returning to this game made me remember why I originally loved playing it. But also coming back to it after playing games like Path of Exile and Lost Ark, I can now see that the huge flaws and incredibly long dev cycle Admin Pwn is currently working in, and that makes me a bit disappointed. I couldn't see or experience more now than when I left it. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys all enjoy the games you get to play. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Again, I love the time I spent with the game, but there are some times where even when you come back and you see what happens, it is what it is. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys out there. Later.